I'm going to show you how to use Seafoam Spray. This is specially designed to clean the intake valves of your vehicle. If you find this content helpful, please subscribe to the channel. I have a 2016 Mazda CX-5 and with 100,000 miles, and we're trying to do some service to keep this thing on the road. So with the engine hot, we're going to open the hood and we're going to locate the air filter. And we're going to take the top cover off. With the top cover off, we can see the whole intake assembly right here. So we're going to find a vacuum line that's really close to the intake assembly, remove it so that we can inject the Seafoam Spray with the engine hot. So I'm going to drive the vehicle around and bring it up to temperature. And now that it's up to temperature, we can go back under the hood, remove that vacuum line. I got a pair of channel locks right here. I'm going to remove the clamp and slide off this vacuum hose near the throttle body on the intake. I'm going to line the Seafoam Spray ready to go. Again, the engine is hot right now, but the engine is completely off. So we're just going to leave this here, ready to go. We're going to go back to the driver's seat. We're going to turn the engine on, and it might run a little rough because now we just created a vacuum leak. So with the engine on, we want, if you don't have a partner, you can put a rock slightly on the accelerator pedal. We only want the revs about 2,000 RPM. So if you can't do this with a rock, don't try to do it. I found it perfect. It was floating right at about 17 or 2,300. And with the engine running, like I said, at 2,000 RPM, already hot, we're gonna spray Seafoam in. And they want you to spray a lot, but I'm only gonna do a little bit right now because you don't want to do too much of these chemicals as it could hurt the catalytic converter. So once you got a good spray, you want to let it heat soak for 10 minutes. Okay, turn the engine off, let the Seafoam sit in there for 10 minutes. We're going to put the vacuum hose back on with the clamp properly because we're not going to spray any more Seafoam into the engine. So after 10 minutes of waiting and putting this all back together, we can then start the engine, and you should see some smoke coming out of the tailpipe. Too much was coming out of the tailpipe. Sometimes you'll see videos of much more. If you found this content helpful, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment.